Hello and welcome to stage 2 of Fast and Ferrari racing for the Ferrari 499P. This day we are at Daytona, and this first race, well, don't do what I did and finish the race your first time and forget that you need a 200-yard lead. It's funny how they're choosing to do yards and miles per hour. It's interesting because 95% of the world's metric, but this event is definitely in miles per hour, and same with the last event. Now, Fire Monkeys did that as well. They would do some events, some stages would be miles per hour, where that's the speed that's, has no decimal places. And then others would be kilometers per hour. So I guess we'll just see how this goes going forward if they're using the imperial system or metric. I'm Canadian, so we're kind of used to using both, just the way that works. By the way, that's you don't need to do that. I wanted to slow down the race a little bit more, get a little bit more bot management in just to make sure things stay slow, and oh gosh, they're staying slow all right. We'll see how long this lasts for me, how long I can keep things slow. So when they're this slow, they might actually brake partway through the speedway here, which is hilarious for any Le Mans type of car, like LMP2s, doesn't matter. You would never brake here. Let's just watch what Weaver does. At a certain point, you can tell. Yep. Look at that. Ah, no, he's doing okay. Okay. Some of the back markers there might be doing some braking. I don't want to wait too much. I don't want to repeat this again, so I'm not trying to have a massive lead, but I definitely want to make sure I've got enough, so I'm really carefully watching that distance marker between me and Weaver. I'll keep it at about 300, and let's just see. I can give some back right towards the end if I have extra. Like, I've got quite a bit, and I'm right near to the end here, so I might as well give some back. Whoa, he's gaining fast. Ah, nuts. Okay, well, that worked. Okay, don't you hate to do an event more than once if you don't have to. Set the fastest lap, and let's see what we've got here for bots. What? Dr. Periwinkle? Rattlesnake? What's going on here? And the fast Gabby. Okay. I don't know if that's a glitch, but they've just given us the hardest bots there are. Well, it actually can get harder. The programming's interesting. What it'll do, usually Gabby is the slowest bot, Dr. Periwinkle's the fastest, but what it'll do then is it'll grab the slowest bot and make him the new fastest. And then it can keep doing that. I've seen old school like original series where they just keep grabbing from the bottom and make them the new fastest, but this might actually be hard. Now I've got no upgrades, so I'm going to hang back a little bit on lap 1. I'm not going to go too nuts. We'll just see how fast they are. So I'm not trying to go too crazy here, but I want to have a really good run at the start-finish line, because it's going to be one of these guys that's the fastest, the 4 guys in front of me. No one behind me is going to be setting the fastest lap. It'll be one of the 4 in front of me. That's just the way the bots do it. So I'll get a good indicator of how fast I need to be on the second lap based on the first lap. Sometimes it's not a good indicator though. Well, we'll just see. I've been racing reasonably hard, and if it's not fast enough, like I'm going high right now, I really want to build up some speed. If this isn't fast enough, I know I've got to race harder. So we'll see that. Okay, so there's the times coming in, 124. Just see what I get here. Well, I got a 123. Oh, a guy behind me? No, mice or men? Oh, look at this. I've never seen that. Watch the bottom. There's Darkness. And there's mice or men. I've never seen 2 markers behind me. Or was one of them in the lead? Oh, that's very strange. I'm in second place with first place right behind me? Oh, that's messing with my head. That must be why this is happening. Why there's two markers like that. It's confused. Because one should be in front of me, but he's behind me. Okay, well, obviously I've got to do better. I've got to finish fast because, yes, because that wasn't enough. I'm surprised someone behind me beat me, not someone in front of me. Okay, well, erase what I just said about how this is going to work. Oh, here's an Acura, I think. Okay, so it could really depend on what's behind me for cars. Oh, just like in regular events, you don't always know what's behind you for cars. Okay, let's just see what I got here. It's going to be enough. Oh, well, they gave it to me, so it was fast enough. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Okay, so we just saw that finishing 122 is going to be tight. So that means I'm going to have to do good here. So, I noticed something, though. My timer is at 0. Okay? So I'm just going to carefully turn around. I want to have... Ooh, nuts. Okay, well, that didn't hurt me. Good. I got to be careful here. A little bit of contact. All right. So the reason why I'm doing this is that I would have not had very much speed at the start-finish line. Not as much as you'd have in the subsequent laps. It could be so slow that I fail. So I'm going to go way back here and wait for a little bit for cars to catch up. Now, about a minute just passed. I just did a little, I deleted that content. I'm going to go further back here. I want a really good run, and then I'm going to sit and wait. And look, there's no one there. Suddenly there is. That was another couple of minutes. Felt like it at least. Okay, now I'm going to have a massive run at the start-finish line, and I'll have 2 laps with nobody in my way. So it's going to be very easy to do my best to set a great time. Now this time I'm staying high. I will not do that on the subsequent laps. I'm staying high to build up speed. So now I'm crossing the line with a lot of speed, and I should have no trouble doing 122. So let's just see though. Woo, that was a little bit loose, wasn't it? I haven't run around this track a lot. So I'm in 8th place right now. And it'll be curious to see how this event works. No, I don't necessarily know how the new developers are coding the races, and so there's a bit of kind of feeling that out because they've of course got other games. And like I'm substantially behind Gabby, like 3.5 kilometers. 40 seconds, and I'm on the speedway. I don't really have a good sense of how far away the start-finish line is. Now, I think what we'll do, I mean, this is going to be kind of boring. We're not going to do this whole race. So I'm going to do a little, right as I'm reaching the start-finish line, I'm going to merge the video to be the end of the second lap. Well, it was a little sloppy too, but you'll get a chance to see then roughly what I was going to finish the lap I'm currently doing, and then you'll see how I finish the second lap. So we're just about to zip ahead to the second lap. Right when you see the blue appear, you'll know I'm warping over, and I'm actually going to slow down a little bit because I could tell from that first lap. I mean, I cut that a little bit. That's not bad, a whole second to go. And this one, average speed. I did try doing something with this race, and it didn't really work. I tried turning around and running the opposite direction for a bit, but you end up just, it's just a waste of time. Because I don't want to finish with a massive lead. And I noticed in that other race that it was still going by the fastest lap, not by the position on track. So I don't know if you noticed that. Well, I didn't let you see it there. As soon as you finish lap 1, it just says, oh, well, you're in the lead. It's like, what? I shouldn't be in the lead. But for some reason you are. It's logging your fastest lap, even though that race had nothing to do with fastest lap. It just said do each lap in 122, so I guess they decided that meant you were going for the fastest lap. It's not what I was going for. Oh, that was not the optimal line. And then here we won't know because I'm going to be in the lead in no time. So I didn't want to have a massive lead, but I thought, whatever. It's just, so drive really far out like that. That's not off track, actually. And then stay really high so you get your average speed up. And I really didn't find this difficult. Maybe you will, but if you're curious if I need upgrades later on or not, you can see the other videos. I'll have them all in the playlist link there. Ooh, a little bit squirrely there. Now that could affect average speed, but really I didn't find this too bad. Some people might have trouble, and if you do, just add some upgrades. You're probably going to need them. We're going to skip this lap because a lot of people don't even watch these earlier videos. You really should, to make sure you get the tips and don't end up in trouble. But here you can see I hit it. Here you can see I kept it and was slowing down. But it didn't build again until right near the end. So please like, please subscribe, check out the other videos. See you shortly.